Hello and welcome to Ships Nerds Anonymous podcast with me, DK. As your host for Titanic Week, I will narrate a series of episodes focused on the RMS Carpathia, a ship famously known for rescuing the survivors of the Titanic disaster. From April 11th to April 18th, I will break down the events that took place on board the Carpathia, share profiles of the ship's crew and passengers, read testimonies, and more. On this day, the 12th of April 1912, the RMS Carpathia was navigating towards the North Atlantic Ocean. Likely after passing the Ambrose Channel, life on board continued as usual, with some passengers adjusting to their sea legs while others were becoming accustomed to life at sea. First-class passenger Bernice Palmer took photographs with her Kodak Brownie camera, a Christmas gift from her mother. Others were enthusiastic about their journey, while some were traveling for business. Kindergarten teachers Grace Parsons and Minnie Glidden were en route to Rome to visit local schools. But what about the ship's captain? The Carpathia was under the command of Captain Arthur Rostron. He had been captain for 4 months after returning to passenger services following a temporary leave during the Russo-Japanese War from February 1904 to September of 1905. Rostron has been with the Cunard line since January of 1895 and served on various Cunard vessels, including the Carpathia's older sister, the RMS Saxonia. In 1907, he became the first officer of the RMS Lusitania, but on the day before she departed from Liverpool, he was transferred to Brescia as her captain for the Mediterranean services. In 1911, Rostron commanded his first passenger steamer, the Pannonia, on the New York to Mediterranean route. Rostron began sailing on the Carpathia on the same route between New York and Gibraltar on January 18, 1912, as he reported in an interview with Lord Mersey in June 1912. Captain Rostron was nicknamed the Electric Spark for his efficiency in getting tasks done quickly. He was known to be calm and a humble man, as well as a devout Christian. One source suggests while giving orders, he would raise his hand to his cap and close his eyes in a prayer. In addition to being a serious leader, Rostron was sociable and often engaged with passengers, both verbally and in writing. On March 3, 1912, he even provided his autographs to an anonymous passenger on the back of a letter, writing, "Just a line to thank you for your letter. I am a very busy 2 minutes to myself." Indeed, he was a man of his few words. Meanwhile, the crew went about their day-to-day tasks to ensure they arrived at their first destination on time. Everything was running smoothly, and throughout the voyage, Rostron and his officers used sextants, which are navigational instruments, to take sun sightings and calculate the Carpathia's position. Trimmers and stokers diligently shoveled coal into the ship's 7 boilers to maintain a speed of 14 knots, while crew members in engineering and deck departments, deck stewards, regular stewards, and the victualling crew continued their usual duties. Passengers made themselves comfortable by reading in the library, lounging on deck chairs, or strolling along the deck. Accommodation-wise, Carpathia's passengers shared dormitories or cabins, while third-class passengers enjoyed the luxury of having their room to themselves. Lucky them, to be honest, though. Despite these detailed descriptions of life on board, there is little else to say about the Carpathia, except for another individual in a small cabin on the ship's bridge.